Habla español? Sprechen Sie Deutsch? If you speak another language, or more precisely, if you have to use text from another language inside InDesign, you should tell InDesign about it. After all, InDesign has spelling and hyphenation dictionaries for almost 24 different languages. In the essential training title, I pointed out that you can assign a language to text. Let me show you how to do that. I'm going to double-click on this text in the lower left corner, and I'm going to zoom in to 400% by Command 4 or Control 4. That's just so I can zoom in right to that area. And I can see that I've got some text right there, which is in a different language. That looks like French to me, so I better tell InDesign that it's French. In the essential training title, I pointed out that you can change the language here in the control panel. But because I've got some French elsewhere in my document, I don't want to have to apply it every single time from up here. I'd rather make a character style. So I'll go to the character styles panel. I'll say, give me a new character style from the flyout menu. I'll call this French. Because it's a different language, I'm going to change the font style to italic, just so it stands out. And then I'll go to the Advanced Character Formats pane, and I'll change the language to French. There we go. Now we have a French character style. I'll click OK, make sure that's selected, and then choose French in the Character Styles panel. There we go. We've got an italic French text. I see we have some more French text down here. I'll just scroll up here, the Option spacebar or Alt spacebar keyboard shortcut, and then I'll select that text and apply French here as well. Now, the great thing about applying a language to text, telling InDesign that this is a different language, is that it will spell check and hyphenate correctly. For example, I can go to the Edit menu, choose Spelling, go over here to check spelling, and it says, nope, this isn't in the dictionary. That doesn't exist. What is that word? Well, oh, you know what? I bet it's this one here with this accent. That's what I really meant. I meant to type that accent, but I don't actually speak French, so I didn't know that that was wrong. But spell checking caught it, which is great. I'll select it here, click Change, click Done, and it added it for me, which is really, really great. Okay, let me show you a couple other language tricks here. In my documents, I will often have a lot of internet URLs. For example, http://www.lynda.com and so on. And the problem with these is that they always get caught by spell checking as incorrect because it has no idea what this URL is. I wish there were a way to turn off spell checking just for one little piece of text, and in fact there is. You know that there's lots of languages in here, but what a lot of people don't realize is at the top of this list there's a language called no language. And if you choose no language, then this will not be spell checked. It just skips right over it. It says, I have no idea what this is. I don't know what language it is, so forget it. I won't spell check it. So I find this very useful. And of course, I would make a character style for no language and apply it to this. There's one other language in here which I want to point out, and that's Ukrainian. And this is actually probably a bug in InDesign as far as I know. But in Ukrainian, for some reason, every word shows up as spelled correctly as well. I think Adobe actually just forgot to ship the Ukrainian spelling dictionary with InDesign or something like that, because it just won't spell check anything that's in Ukrainian. So this is something to watch out for, just in case some of your text gets changed to Ukrainian for some reason, but it's important. Now let me show you one other interesting trick having to do with language, and that is text variables. I'm going to type some text here. Today is, and let me move this up so we have some more space here. And I want to create today's date right here. I want to add today's date to this text. I'm going to go to a new line here and type today is, and I would like InDesign to automatically insert the whatever today's date is. And of course, we know from the essential training title we can do this with a type variable, a text variable. So I've gone ahead and already created a text variable in this document called today is, and all this does is it types today's date. So I'll select that, and it inserts it into that line. Looks great. That's now you know the dirty secret. This is the date that I actually recorded this movie. So that is today's date. But what's really interesting about variables in InDesign is that they're language specific. They're language aware. So if I select that variable, and remember a variable is just like a single character in the text, so I just double click on it to select it, and if I change the language to something other than English, let's say I'll change it to German, the language changes. InDesign is actually smart enough to change the language of this text. Pretty cool, huh? If I change it to French, I get French dates. If I change it to, I don't know, you can pick anything in here and it seems to work. Czech. I actually don't know Czech, so I don't know if that's correct. But I'm pretty sure that's correct. Someone let me know if that's wrong. But I'm pretty sure that is actually Czech for Thursday, the 24th of January. Isn't that amazing? Of course, what I really want is a feature that will automatically translate all my text into a language, not just the date variables. Well, maybe we'll see that in InDesign version CS 10.